Let me tell you something that God will allow according to the Bible. Sometimes, many times, very often in the Bible, God allowed evil, wicked rulers to enter into a kingdom, to take control of a land so that his people can get back on their knees and pray. When was the last time you prayed for somebody? Now you're scared and it's time to seek his face. What are you afraid of when you've already won? Look at somebody and say, you've been through this before. You came out of worse situations than this. So we are not going to turn the church house as divided as the nation. We will be one people under one voice serving one God. Pastor, what am I supposed to say to my children? You're supposed to say to your children that the Lord has already written this script. And he said, if my people, which are called by my name. You see, Pharaoh in the Old Testament, Pharaoh's heart was hardened by God. It said, and the Lord hardened his heart. Why? So Pharaoh could stay firm and say, I'm not moving. But as long as Pharaoh stayed hard, the Israelites stayed close to God. Is it time for some of us to get back close to God again? Some of us didn't need God because we didn't think about health anymore. God says, I care more than Obamacare. And now that you think your insurance is cut off, you're trusting your blessed assurance. I've never seen, the word says, I've never seen. If you are a righteous person, that means in right standing with God. If you've ever accepted the Lord as your Savior, I need you on your feet. Let me read you your script so you'll stop tripping over things that are happening in this world. The word says, I've never seen, that's you, the righteous forsaken. Here's the covering part, nor his seed begging. Your children are still going to be spoiled because they're your seed. But we prayed, Pastor Rush, we prayed, and God answered your prayer. I said, and God answered your prayer. What do you mean he answered your prayer? He allowed it to happen. Sometimes the way to your destination is through a detour. Watch us pack out the church again. God told every one of us in this room, he told all of us to put on the whole armor of God. And when you have on the armor of God, your armor covers your front. Why does it cover your front? Because if you're going to face me, sucker, you're going to have to face me to fight me. You can't fight me with my back turned. God put that armor on us because it's supposed to cover our front. Because if you're going to fight for God, you don't run from nobody. And that's not good grammar, but you don't run from nobody. Because if you turn your back, then the enemy will attack you from the back. But if he's going to take you out, he's got to face you. We don't run. At least now, I woke up Wednesday saying the same thing some people said 8 years ago. 8 years ago, some folk woke up on that Wednesday and said, is this happening in America? There's no way this could be happening in America. A few days ago, we woke up Wednesday, we said the same thing, didn't we? Is this happening? Oh, y'all don't, now you don't hear me. There's no way this could be happening in America, but the children just performed for us and said, God will what? Stop tripping, church. You better decide whose side you're on and stick with it. I'm on the Lord's side. I said, I'm on the Lord's side. Let me tell you something, honey. They can put a Martian in the White House as far as I'm concerned. They can put a Martian in the White House. As for me and my house, we're going to still serve the Lord. Because the Martians don't make a way out of no way for me. The Martians have never answered one single prayer of mine. God always. Now you just need to understand, Christians, whose side you're on. In the beginning was what? The Word. And the Word was God. And the Word was with. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. So that means that the Word has been Jesus. And he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And if I'm going to win, in which I am, because I've been through this before. Some of you have been through slavery. Your grandparents were slaves. They were mistreated. You've been raped. You've been assaulted. You've been fondled. You've been mistreated. You've been abused. And now you got houses. You got cars. You got more hair than you ever had before. Why are you trumping? Why are you tripping? I'm going to survive because I still have the what?